Okay, it's time for me to break this game a little bit more. Last episode, like broke it way more than we probably should have, but it was still fun, so I enjoyed it. Here's an interesting new planet that we're gonna play today, the Prairie Planet. Changes size and strength depending on your current health, which is very interesting to me. I'm assuming it's going to be much bigger when you're of a higher health and much smaller at a lower health. If that's the opposite, then I think this is going to be extraordinarily easy. I'm just going to take it upon myself, man. We might as well make everything harder, right? I'm maybe a little too good at the game. I'd like for the game to kick my butt a little bit from here on out. The planet's not that big right now, man. It's just kind of normal, in all honesty. So I'm feeling okay about this. We're back to a rotating planet instead of the nonsense that was last episode. I do think that last episode we had like the world's easiest thing, right? Like being able to just fly around aimlessly. Apparently we also, somebody told me that you're immune to the red bullets with that as well, which feels, I mean, it just feels even easier. I don't know if they just didn't understand what was going on, but somebody mentioned that in the comments of the last one. It was just busted, okay? And we made ourselves a very pleasant busted run in the last episode. Now we unlocked another, like, I don't know, 10, 15 items on the last episode as well. So I'm expecting to see a couple of new things today that we can mess around with. We got an energy drink, we got recycler. Recycler, some people are saying that recycler is like maybe just completely busted, which is great for me. It's great for me. It's apparently what maybe caused the really broken run last time, because apparently like planets always count as a miss or something. Somebody said something in the comments. I don't remember now, but it's fine. It's a new day, new run. We'll see what we can accomplish and get some wacky things flowing. Pretty tame build so far. You know, recycler is fine. It's nothing crazy, nothing special. I will say that our damage is like high levels of poo-poo. We've also lost our, hey, get out of here. We've also lost our combo, which is unfortunate. So let's see, wizard staff for a fire rate and wild magic. Let's do it, okay? I think it's a little better than phase bullets, if I'm honest with you. I don't think that phase bullets is really all that good at all. Like there's very few use cases I think where phase bullets are like really strong, and I think the last ship we had where you could fly around, I think, is one of them, because then you can shoot through the, you just shoot through the planet, right? And that actually would be pretty decent. But for this build, I mean, how often am I gonna be shooting through my planet? It's actually an impossibility to shoot through my planet right now. So I think the other is better. A fire rate increase, these little magic shots that just fire out a bunch of colors as well does make for some fun. It's gonna be a long boss fight. We have not had the improvement that we wanted to have on this one thus far, and a big part of that is we turned off we turned off getting an additional item, I'm pretty sure. So we did like actively make our run harder with that difficulty modifier. And I will say, there's a small chance that I'm going to turn around and turn off the difficulty modifiers, at least some of them that we did here. Because the reality is this game is still fully, to me, about just breaking the hell out of the game. And if we get rid of the ability to get extra items, then I'm removing the one thing that makes this game unique and special, and it just turns into like a crappy wave survivor at that point. So I kind of think that we see where this run goes. If we get a broken combo, then we're very pleased and we're very happy. If we don't get a broken combo, probably want to rethink about how we're going to manage difficulty modifiers in the future. And I've been doing 2 runs per episode, so it might mean that we tweak it here in a little bit. Sure, I'll take the curse. Heckfire bullets for flaming trails. It's a new item that we have not used before. I think that flaming trails could get interesting, and as we get, you know, a fire rate increase and things of that sort, perhaps we could get this to cover the entire screen in flames, and then we could have some really interesting scenarios. Right now, I do think this is pretty decent, as we can kind of just fire in the general direction of enemies, and they will start to die because they run into our flames. I will say, much more difficult. I'm gonna die. Okay, you got me. Dude, much more difficult. Much more difficult. And then taking the curse, significantly worse too. Let's turn off some of these modifiers, and by some of them, what I mean is reduce the number of item waves. That's what I want to remove. The rest of this is fine. I got no issues with the rest of this, but we definitely want as many items as usual, because that's just what makes the game fun. So look, I'm happy to lose. I really am. I was starting to think that I'd never lose ever again. So it does feel good to lose, and I know that sounds cocky, but I mean seriously, did you see the couple past runs that we've been doing? They've been alarmingly good. So I'm happy to lose. I really am. I think it's an important part of roguelike games. If you won every single roguelike that you played, what the hell would be the point of playing the roguelikes, man? When there's no challenge, there's no real reason to do it. Let's take Tesla coil. I take almond milk all the time. As good as I think almond milk is, both as a substitute for real milk in real life, and also as an item in both this game and in other roguelike games that will not be mentioned at this time. I think that Tesla coils is also fun. We get some wacky little tech beams that shoot off, and they can be pretty fun and enjoyable. I like it, okay? I'm not really sure what it's doing in terms of any value for me, but they look cool, and I think that look cool is something that I do value in games. It's true. I hate to admit it, but I do like when the game look cool. So we take the Tesla coil. What do we need in order to improve? I'm learning a lot about this game as we go. Well, for one, I'm gonna take spinny bullets, even though this is exactly what I need, which is a fire rate increase. This game is all about a fire rate increase, man. Oh god, okay. Sure. I think that this is pretty bad. I think this is pretty bad. However, on the flip side, it is very fun to look at. Yeah, brother, I can't hit the things, so unfortunately, I got hit there. And my planet shrunk, like, a lot when I got hit. So that's our unique planet going on. I'm pretty sure that at a certain distance, I straight up can't hit. I can't hit some of these, man. It's actually physically impossible for me to hit some of these. So this is going to be a little messy, okay? It's a little messy, because our run is just simply not good enough at the current moment in time for me to make ends meet on this one. On the bright side, our planet is really freaking small, which does allow us to move way quicker with some of this. All stats up, you feel invigorated. I think it's a horrible idea, I really do. But I am going to do it, okay? And then in a perfect world, yeah, a speed and a fire rate up is also important. More damage each zone is also huge. I'm just gonna tell you, but we need the fire rate up with this, because this is how you take care of enemies in this game. We need fire rate in order to literally just fire as quickly as possible, as many shots as physically possible. So I think it's good. I think it's fine. I mean, I think it's fine is the correct word. I don't necessarily think it's good at the current moment in time. I think that the The weird little zoomy spinnies are not very good, okay? I think that they are not very good. On the bright side, we're not cursed, so we're able to kind of make things happen here without fear of total death. I mean, our shots are just they're just weird, man. They're just weird shots. We're doing damage though. I mean, we're definitely getting some hardy damage in. I will say that it's making it shooting through. I'm now understanding shooting through the planet is so important. Is crazy. I mean, like, genuinely would be the strongest item ever for this boss fight, because I could just shoot. I mean, I could just shoot through it, right? That's the whole damn point. You just shoot through it. Anyway, it's good. It's good. Tyrant's Crown. Bullets follow the leader. I got nothing, man. I'll take it. I know you're cursed. Oh, actually, you're not even cursed. Bullets follow the leader. I think that this is... I have no clue what this is. I actually do not understand what this is in the slightest. I also keep losing my combo bar like immediately, man, which is very annoying. I think that maybe whatever my first bullet is that I fire, the rest of them follow that, but then I don't know how it determines what the first bullet fired is. I don't know. Do I think it's an upgrade? I do. Those were red, brother. I gotta hit the red ones. I was like, the red ones I just gotta avoid. That's not true at all. I promise an imposter did not sit down and steal the controller today. Extra turrets that shoot straight up. Nah, I'll take stats increase for each mediocre item you have. And to be honest with you, it gave me a damage up, so I'll take it. I have no idea whether or not my items are mediocre or not, for what it's worth. Believe it or not, I have not, in my 2 hours of Paper Planet, memorized the rarities of items in the game. Maybe at some point, I will learn them, but I haven't at this time. So do not sweat it. We are chilling. We are chilling. We're in much better shape. Now that we actually get items. I think it's tough because obviously there's a difficulty increase if you lower the amount of items that you can get, but it's very difficult to balance a game like that, right? Because if you build your game around needing items, the one that hit me is true. If you balance your game around needing items and then you remove the ability to get items, your game is going to struggle with the balance that it was at mere moments prior. So it makes it difficult. I don't envy game devs who try to balance their games around having difficulty modifiers. I feel like if I were to ever make a game, which would never happen in a million years except for the pyramid, but I think that's a pretty different beast in terms of what it is. I think that I would probably just force the person to play at the same difficulty. Like, there wouldn't be a difficulty option. It'd be like Spelunky, right? Spelunky doesn't have a hard mode. It's just Spelunky, right? And I think when you balance your game around, here's your difficulty level, now deal with it, it does make it significantly easier to balance your game. And then any devs who make like a meta progression system, you need this. I understand that lower shot prices can be good. You need to crank your fire rate. This is how every run begins to get overpowered, is by having fire rate go out the roof. But any of the Vampire Survivor like games where you have stats constantly tweaking the power of your character and thus making the difficulty of the game easier, I feel like that makes it even harder to balance, and in a lot of ways that's why I don't like those games, because they're not balanced. They just end up being, the game just gets easier, right, over time, instead of maintaining difficulty and just adding content that makes the game fun as you progress throughout it. I'm rambling a little bit with game design, but I do think it's a tough a tough thing for developers to tackle, and I have a lot of respect for game devs that add like 5 difficulty options to their game. And I'm not talking like, well, I mean, to be fair, I guess you could even look at like Slay the Spire's Ascension system, right? Obviously, all 20 Ascension levels, brother, I'm gonna die because my bullets don't actually hit any of these things. Like it's really difficult to actually hit them. You gotta do that, and then you gotta do that. I'm dead. I'm dead because my bullets, they do not actually hit. This item sucks. Beyblade is big poopy, dude. Is big poopy. Okay, start me again. It's not the difficulty modifier, I'm gonna tell you. It's the fact that item makes it impossible to hit your shots. But I would take it again, if prompted to. We go again. We go again. But the Ascension levels in Slay the Spire, right? Like, every single level has to be tested and, like, proved to be quote-unquote fun as well, right? Because you can basically think of the Ascension levels, it's 20 different difficulty levels, even though the changes are just, you know, slight tweaks to the system. It's still, you know, big changes that you gotta account for and play with the game. I think that it's a very fascinating, you know, kind of thing in game development, especially because the idea of Ascension levels has Shopkeeper will show more of his wares. I'd like damage and fire rate, to be honest. The idea of Ascension levels is pretty new in roguelikes. Like, Slay the Spire was one of the first ones to really do it. You've always had difficulties. You know, Isaac has normal and then hard. I suppose other games do not. Dude, my brain is clearly just not working today. I kind of forgot that red ones I have to block. I was like, it's not gonna hit me. I'm good. Not how it works, Tyler. Just very simply not how it works. It feels good to lose. It really does. Damage increases with speed when moving. Give me the Mediocrity Amulet again, which did give me a very slight damage up. We have, our damage is great. We need to increase our rate of fire, and then once we increase our rate of fire, we're in great shape, right? Then you get like one wacky item, and then everything is in great shape. Okay. Now, I will say, this could prove to be a tricky one. It was fine. Everything was fine. Everything is great. And our multiplier, we're at the 3 times multiplier. It's all good. Don't be concerned. We can still bring this one back. Okay, spread shot. That sounds fun. I'm going to take the spread shot, and then I'm also going to take this because I can. So now we're gonna be firing. Yeah, okay. I think this is good, for the record. I think it's very good. And where I shoot still is still centered, right? So wherever my mouse cursor is, I'm still putting in bullets. So this is strictly an upgrade. There's no negative to this item, which is good for me. Especially when I'm cursed. I'm cursed during the boss fight, which is not a good scenario for us. And this item is actually, like, really not useful against the boss either. Because multiple shots are not going to hit him. But it's all good. We're cruising, okay? We're cruising, having a good time. This could get interesting. This could be an interesting run if we just continue to build on it. Get ourselves a good upgrade here shortly. I think would be a positive. It's a lot of red bullets, for the record. He's dead. Very good. Very good. It's a good battle. Very good battle while cursed, nonetheless. Defy the ordinary. No clue. Let's take ya. No clue what that does. Oh yeah, this is the one that literally gives you double shot. Okay, yeah, this is pretty good. This is a pretty decent item. I feel like this bodes quite well for me on this run, as now I can basically just shoot everything all over the screen at once, which is one of my favorite movies of the year, to be honest. Health and speed up, or just speed up. I'll take the health and speed up. Did not increase the size of my planet, so I'm going to consider that a pretty good thing here. That was a little sketchy, to be honest with you, but it worked out pretty damn well, all things considered. Did not expect to grab all of those reds in that scenario, but I did. I lost my combo. That's pretty bad. On a run where we're able to fire out 10 shots every time we shoot, losing my combo, pretty horrible. But we are, like, keep in mind we are also playing on a harder difficulty, right? Like, this is the hardest difficulty we've played on. So I should not feel too bad about some mistakes and some death and despair here and there. We're doing fantastic, honestly. We're doing great. And then you're gonna give me almond milk in the next shop, maybe, possibly. And when you do, it's gonna be very good for us, because I still think that the key to this game is just getting your fire rate as high as humanly possible. Yeah, and you know what? I think it's time for this. Bullets fall towards the planet. It's fun, so I'm just gonna do it. We take this item a lot, but it creates more bullets on the screen, right? And then the more bullets that are on the screen, the more stuff that dies. So all of a sudden, I think it's just a good item to have, man. Especially here, like now we can just shoot, right? We just shoot, and as long as we shoot, they will take damage in some way, right? It's pretty decent and pretty solid. I'm feeling good about this. Now, I will say, we somehow still effectively kill red before we ever kill blue. And I don't know how I guess it's just because red's a little closer, maybe. It's also probably because I'm focusing him. Okay, I kind of didn't realize that I was even just straight up focusing him, but I definitely was. We're good, man. We're good. Don't let the haters say otherwise. We're cruising. 237 paper clips. Give me a good item. Hop to it or rat buddy. First of all, I'm a rat. I got nothing. I'll take the froggy backpack here. What is hop to it? Oh boy. Okay. Gonna hit you with a didn't expect this one on this one. I'm not going to have a combo anymore because my bullets don't go anywhere. As soon as we get remotely close, all hell breaks loose. Like lot of damage. But it's pretty bad, okay? It's pretty bad. I think that this is not good. But I love the fact that I have it, because now I know, right? Now I know. New items always valuable to see. I feel like worm bullets is a horrible idea. How do worm bullets work with what I have? Okay. Well, the worm bullets appear to be every once in a while, like a large burst of bullets come out. Brother, I'm realizing right now, I'm cursed for 10 rounds. I don't think we're living through this one, peeps. I really don't. I think that this is kind of booty right now, and I think that that's probably going to result in a pretty bad time for me. Fortunately, this wave is probably one of the better ones. We went from not being able to hit anything that's close to us to only being able to hit stuff that's close to us, which I suppose is fine. What I'm really concerned about, if I gotta be real with you, I don't actually think that I can kill the next boss. I think because the plant boss, right? How am I killing the plant boss on this run? I can't even kill these, man. Like I literally, the bullets don't go far enough. I'm stuck in a never-ending hell. Like I'm literally, it's an impossible to hit set of enemies. I don't know what to do. I'm actually like, I'm out of ideas. I can't actually hit the enemy. Did I manage to soft lock myself with a frog backpack? Like I can't like charge this up, I don't think. Okay, we're good. So if I just don't fire, I kind of like scare them into coming closer. Okay, you know what? We take those. We absolutely take those. I have a little bit of fear. Okay. I got a little bit of fear just because I don't know if you've noticed, but things are a little wonky. Things are a little wonky. I can't hit your ships. Your ships are unhittable right now. It's unfortunately one of those situations where we are incapable of damaging you. Fortunately, I have my buddy. If I didn't have the buddy shooting on the other side, man, we would genuinely be, we'd be like dead on this run. Fortunately we are blessed to have a buddy. Everybody's always good to have a buddy in your life. I'm happy to have mine, that's for sure. We're through the wave, close to done with all the waves. I don't even know what item I need to make this work. I need range. Range isn't, unfortunately, range is just not a stat in this game. We're also, I mean, it's basically, I think what the worst part about this is, it's straight up impossible to get a combo. Like we're living completely comboless on this run, which means that my multiplier is going to always be 1, which means that I'm never being able to buy probably 2 items in the shop ever, which then means that I can never improve this terrible run. It's a lot of L's in a lot of different directions, man. Just some tough situations. I'm going to buy this now. I know I talked about the fact that I was complaining that I didn't have any money. Guess what? I had some money, so suck it up. It works for me. Still like just the worst build. really terrible build. 3 more waves until I don't have to worry about my own personal death cycle, though. So that's good. But I will say that I still have all of the fear in the planet about what the next boss fight looks like. Because I really don't know. I don't know how we're getting close enough to the boss to make that one work. We're at 2 wave, 1 wave. Get 1 more wave and we're free, but 1 more wave and it's the boss wave. So are we really free, or are we just entering a new hell? Tune in momentarily, I suppose, to find out. Is ass, man. Is actually just straight up booty. For all of the completely busted runs that we have had in Paper Planet, we have found the anti-busted run. The worst possible build in Paper Planet, right here. At least the worst possible build that I've found. God knows that I'll do what I can to find another one equally as bad at some point in the future. Now, we are extremely blessed with the fact that I'm no longer at risk of dying in 1 hit. But I think you're definitely seeing a major issue right here, right now. This boss does not move close enough to me for me to deal any damage. So I'm going to stop shooting for right now and see if I can kite him to get closer to me. I don't believe I can though. I actually think that we're in this boss fight for the rest of eternity. It's not physically possible. Like his health is not going down because I'm not hitting him. I know that that's a hot take for sure. But yeah, it's not physically doable. I'm stuck. I genuinely, there's not really a reason to continue. Okay? I know that it's gonna make a lot of you sad that the froggy build, we have to just kinda give up on it. But I'm not sure what you want me to do, okay? I really don't. And instead of me sitting here and wasting your time for the rest of the day, I gotta just call it. I can't win. It is an impossible run. Do not take froggy backpack heavy bullets. I think that is the issue. And then the worm did not make it better. It did not make it worse, but it didn't make it better. This is an impossible combo. Froggy bullets, heavy bullets, fat L. So we lose. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, as always, a like on the video much appreciated. Let's try not to break the game in a horrible way in the next episode. We'll break it in a good way. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.